I left the military to become a shaman in South America. This is my crazy spiritual awakening story. Watch until the very end. Give me the opportunity to explain to you guys how did I become a shamanic practitioner. Welcome everyone, welcome to Spiritual Self-Mastery, where we talk about all sorts of different subjects, especially spirituality, self-mastery, shamanism. I used to be in the military in Canada as an air traffic controller or a precision approach radar controller in the military in Canada, in the Air Force more precisely. I served there for many years, for 11 years to be more precise. And I was very, very sad. I wasn't really happy in there, And you wouldn't probably believe it with my long hair, right? Because if you actually look at some very older videos from this channel, I used to literally have a bald head when I was still in the military until I actually officially decided to actually follow my dreams. And I feel like this is a very inspiring story to your own life, into also following your own dreams if you haven't already started the path of following your own dreams and aspirations. Because that's what I truly believe. I truly believe that this, when you follow this deep inspiration within you, what really drives you, what passionates you, well, that's where you truly find magic, because it really fulfills a part inside of you that you were probably even dreaming of or always wanted to do. So I used to be in the military, right? I was very miserable. I did not like it. I was in the military because I came from a military family, and it was a stable job and everything cool. But deep down, I always was like a peace and love more type of guy. So I was clearly not in the right type of job, right? So I had to leave this type of job because it wasn't aligned with my heart, right? And in the event of a war would have happened or something, I don't know if I could have actually ended the life of another human, because I came to, after my own spiritual awakening, I realized that we're all interconnected, in that we're all fragments of the universe and we're all interconnected into this web of the universe, and we're all part of what people call God, the universe, universal consciousness, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter the label that you put it. For me, it's the same thing. It's just that people have different interpretations of it. But anyways, after I had my own awakening, spiritual awakening of this, why would I end another part of myself? You know what I mean? Because once you have God realization, as they call it, it's what actually Jesus went through, back then. And I'm not religious, by the way. I'm not religious at all. He was just another fellow awakened being who realized God within himself, because we all have that within ourselves, So anyways, I had my own God realization, and I was like, my gosh, why would I cannot end another life? I cannot end another human life. It doesn't make any sense. Why would I end another of my reflections? So I had to stop and leave the military to truly be aligned with myself. And I always loved to help other people around in my life with all the different things I learned and everything. And I felt this strong calling towards natural medicines and healing my whole life. And at some point, I had my own out-of-body experience where I literally was blasted off of my body, my own out-of-body experience through a very powerful, the God molecule, or what people sometimes call DMT. And so I went outside of my body, experienced, the connection between all and everything. I even saw the connection between, it goes very deep, but between all of the universe and the different dimensions and everything. And I was like, oh my God, okay, yeah. And at some point I received a download of Nick, you will be a shaman. Being a shaman is your path, Nick. And I was like, okay. And then I started to have all these synchronicities and this very deeper connection. And I had my spiritual awakening after that moment. And then I started listening to the messages from the universe, from God, the messages that I was receiving around me in my life, And for me, there was absolutely no doubt that there was so much more than this visible world that we actually see, this 3D world matrix that we see with our own two eyes. I realized from within that this was all an illusion, even though it's very real, but still, so I decided to leave the military. I decided to leave Canada and actually follow my dreams to become a shaman and come to the Amazon. And then I decided to go venture to find different shamans, to find a teacher in the Amazon, in different retreat or healing centers, as they call it, and actually work with plant medicine, ayahuasca. And I had my own, ceremonial experiences there where I had my own visions and everything. And I actually had the confirmation through another shaman, like, yes, Nick, you will become a shaman. This is your path. And they gave me the confirmation. I was like, I knew it. I knew it. Because after I received the messages that I've received from the universe and all the synchronicities and everything, this was just like a more of a confirmation. So anyways, so long story short, I went through different healing centers in Peru. In the Amazon, I had different healing experiences, about 11 to 13, plant medicine ceremonies, a lot of deep healing that I had to do to, work with on my own personal traumas and everything that I went also through, when I was in the military and everything, and also my own childhood. And so it was so interesting. So I went through all of that, and at some point I got in contact with a specific healing center, a retreat center. Okay, and I was like, I would be interested to maybe work with you guys, and at some point also doing my shamanic apprenticeship to become a shaman, to help and learn under the indigenous people, the ways of nature, of the plants, and become a shaman myself, so I went to seek for a teacher, and I thought I found one initially, but eventually, it's gonna probably be another one, because that teacher is not at that place anymore. So it's gonna be a different one, but it was really interesting. And at some point, with that connection I had with that specific healing center, they were like, hey, are you interested in becoming a shamanic healer with the powerful ancestral indigenous medicine of Kambo, which is a frog medicine that the indigenous people have been practicing for thousands of years, that can help detox the body, the mind, the soul, the spirit. It can also strengthen your body, mind, and spirit. So I did this course, and I've learned a lot. And then I've been working with clients and been helping them a lot, also following the indigenous traditions of the Amazon, especially, of the Matses, that have been practicing this powerful medicine called Kambo, the frog sweat. And so I've been practicing that for now 2 years, and since 2023, I'm officially certified. And, I've been passed down the lineage from the indigenous people through my master who trained me, Omar, who got trained directly by the indigenous people. So now here I am. I'm in Lima, Peru. I offer these healing ceremonies for people, and I've learned other also natural medicines. And now I'm actually on the path of learning even more. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. And I'm going to be posting a lot more videos on, all of my crazy story, plant medicines, and everything that I've been learning a lot while, I was, and I'm still here in Peru. My own personal adventures in the Amazon rainforest, and a lot of different footage also that I've been accumulating throughout the years that I haven't always all posted, because I had my own moments where I was working and focusing on my own healing, and I wasn't really on social media much. But anyways, now I'm back on social media, and now gradually, I will be posting a lot more about this very interesting path that I've been on. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, my friends, and a lot more is going to be revealed in my future videos. So I hope that this story was inspiring to you guys, and that inspired you potentially to, even follow your own dreams, your own aspirations. Like, I completely left my country to go to South America to follow my own dreams of becoming a shaman. And I'm on this path, and I've already been learning some things, because now I'm a shamanic practitioner already, and I help people with these natural medicines from the jungle. And I also practice with cacao, the Mayan tradition, to heal with cacao also, and sacred tobacco, and different natural medicines that I've been working with. And recently I've been working with also with the mushrooms, which are very powerful teachers also for depression, anxiety, and so many different things. So this is my passion. That's why I left the military, because it was clearly not aligned. But, I've been working so much on all this healing, and I know that just following whatever your own passion and ambitions are is healing in of itself, because you're literally rediscovering yourself. You discover parts of yourself that you've never seen before, and all of this magic actually starts unfolding in your own personal life. That's what happened with me. And I know that sometimes it takes a lot. It takes courage to step out of your comfort zone, of your stable job that you've been staying for so long. Sometimes where you're kind of like in your comfortable bubble, you step out into the unknown, and it can be very scary. But once you do it, that's when the magic actually unfolds, while you venture into this unknown territory, which you don't know exactly how it's going to unfold. You have to trust the universe. You have to trust God, how the universe actually guides you on your own path that is actually written for you. Anyways, my friends, thank you so much for watching. So much more on spiritual self-mastery into the future. I'm going to post a lot more on all this. And so if you're interested into shamanism, spiritual teachings, self-mastery, connection with the universe, you name it, natural plant medicines, different states, altered states of consciousness, all of this, well, stay tuned, smash that like button, and follow for a lot more interesting and mind-blowing content. So thank you so much for watching, my friends. Sending so much love to all of you. Peace and love. Stay tuned.